Welcome to the Scenario Podcast, your guide to mental health and well-being. Each episode, we uncover practical tools, discuss expert insights, and explore how supplements can transform your mental health journey. Get ready to learn, grow, and thrive with us.
Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome back to the deep dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're setting our sights on a really fascinating plant. It sort of bridges ancient wisdom and modern science. Bacopa. You might know it scientifically as Bacopa monnieri, or maybe by its traditional Ayurvedic name, Brahmi.
Right, Brahmi. Very well known in those circles.
For centuries, this pretty unassuming herb has been whispered about for its incredible potential, and now, well, modern research is really starting to shout.
It really is.
So our mission today is to truly deep dive into our sources, pull out the most important insights about Bacopa's potential to enhance cognitive function and maybe help with stress.
Both key areas for so many people.
Exactly. And I'm particularly interested in this unique dual classification it seems to have, both an adaptogen and a nootropic. What does that actually mean for us?
Yeah, the growing interest in Bacopa is truly compelling, and you've really hit on why. As we're all kind of searching for natural ways to support mental health, cognitive performance.
Which we definitely need in today's world.
Absolutely. But Bacopa offers this powerful convergence. It's not just, ancient folklore anymore. It's ancient wisdom being rigorously looked at by modern science.
Validated almost.
Exactly. Validated. Placing it right at that cutting edge of natural wellness.
Absolutely. So let's maybe start at the beginning then. Where does this incredible plant actually come from?
Good place to start.
Picture a small, creeping herb thriving in the wetlands of India. That's Bacopa.
Right. Loves damp places.
Its history, really, is as deep as its roots in those watery environments. It's been a cornerstone of Ayurveda, the ancient Indian system of medicine, for literally thousands of years.
A very long time.
And specifically revered for its ability to sharpen memory, improve focus, and enhance learning. It was almost like a natural study aid given to scholars back in ancient times.
That's a great way to think about it. And what's truly significant here is precisely that dual classification you brought up earlier. Bacopa as both an adaptogen and a nootropic.
Okay, break that down for us. Adaptogen, nootropic.
Right. So adaptogens are these unique compounds that help your body adapt to stress, physical, chemical, biological stress. They essentially normalize physiological functions, restore balance.
Like a thermostat for stress.
Sort of, yeah. Think of them as your body's personal resilience coach. Nootropics, on the other hand, they're compounds specifically focused on enhancing cognitive functions.
Like memory focus.
Exactly. Memory, focus, creativity, motivation. So this dual nature means Bacopa isn't just giving your brain a temporary boost,
Right.
It's also helping your entire system build a stronger, more stable foundation to handle daily stressors.
Okay, that's a really important difference.
It is. This holistic approach is really what sets it apart and is driving so much of the current demand for these kinds of natural cognitive enhancers and stress relievers.
That's a profound distinction. So if it's both this resilience coach and a brain booster, let's maybe lean into the brain boosting side first. The big question for many listening is probably, how does this plant actually sharpen our mental edges? What do our sources say about its impact on specific cognitive areas? Memory, attention, maybe even how quickly our brains process information. Is it like a general lift or...
It seems quite targeted, actually, and this is where the modern research gets really interesting. Studies indicate Bacopa may actually enhance synaptic communication in the brain.
Synaptic communication? Like the wiring?
Kind of, yeah. Imagine your brain cells as tiny messengers constantly passing notes. Synaptic communication is how well and how quickly those notes get exchanged. Bacopa appears to sort of facilitate this process, leading to stronger, more efficient communication between neurons, which in turn can dramatically improve memory retention, recall, and overall learning capabilities.
So real measurable effects.
Yeah, for instance, there was a noteworthy study, I think it was in the Journal of Psychopharmacology. It demonstrated that participants taking a standardized Bacopa extract over 12 weeks showed significant improvements in memory recall.
12 weeks, okay.
And the speed at which they processed information compared to a placebo group. So this isn't just like a tiny nudge, it's a measurable enhancement.
Wow, and that lines up with the traditional use.
Perfectly. These findings directly align with Bacopa's traditional use in Ayurveda as a memory enhancer. It's this beautiful illustration of modern science providing the intricate how behind centuries of, well, observed wisdom.
That's fascinating.
And it makes it relevant for almost anyone, really, from students maybe cramming for exams to professionals navigating demanding workloads or even, aging individuals trying to maintain their mental sharpness.
That's incredible. Not just stories, but actual measurable improvements in how our brain cells talk to each other, validating that traditional use with modern science. That's really cool.
It is.
But Bacopa isn't just about boosting your brain power, right? Beyond those impressive cognitive effects, it also seems to excel in another area a lot of us need help with. You mentioned its adaptogenic nature earlier.
Mm-hmm.
How does that actually play out in our ability to cope with daily pressures, find a bit more calm?
Yeah, that's where its adaptogenic power really comes into play. Bacopa acts as an adaptogen primarily by modulating the release of stress hormones, particularly cortisol.
Ah, cortisol, the stress hormone.
Exactly, the infamous one. And while it's essential in, short bursts, chronically high levels can really wreak havoc on your mental clarity, your mood, your overall health.
Definitely feel that sometimes.
We all do. Bacopa helps bring that system back into balance, promoting mental clarity, emotional stability, even when you're facing those daily stressors.
So it helps you stay more even-keeled.
That's a good way to put it.
Right.
There was a compelling clinical trial, for example, where participants reported a marked decrease in anxiety and stress levels after consistently taking Bacopa.
Just feeling less anxious or more.
Well, it wasn't just a subjective feeling. It was often accompanied by an improvement in mood and an overall enhanced sense of mental well-being. Think about that. A plant that not only sharpens your mind, but also helps you feel calmer, more centered.
That dual benefit really does make it stand out, doesn't it?
It really does.
And what about broader health advantages? Does that adaptogenic, that sort of balancing effect, does it extend beyond just the brain and stress? I'm always curious if these traditional remedies have other little surprises.
Oh, they absolutely can. This adaptogenic quality, its ability to regulate systemic balance, it actually does extend beyond the brain in some pretty intriguing ways.
Like what?
For instance, Bacopa has significant anti-inflammatory properties. Chronic inflammation, as you know, is a root cause of so many health issues.
Right, it's linked to everything.
Pretty much. And Bacopa's ability to help calm that systemic inflammatory response can be a valuable ally for conditions like, say, rheumatoid arthritis, or maybe irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, where inflammation is a key factor.
So it's helping cool things down systemically.
Exactly. It's not a direct treatment, of course, we need to be clear about that, but it's a supportive player in managing the body's overall inflammatory load.
Okay. Anything else?
Then there are its potential cardiovascular health benefits. Things like helping to lower blood pressure, improving blood circulation, reducing oxidative stress throughout the cardiovascular system, all of which support overall heart health. And here's maybe a surprising one for you. Its calming properties have even been explored for their role in smoking cessation.
Really? How?
Well, the idea is it helps individuals manage the heightened stress and anxiety that often comes with trying to quit smoking.
Huh. That makes sense, actually.
Yeah, it's a truly multifaceted plant when you look at it closely.
Wow. Okay. From sharpening your mind and calming your nerves to potentially supporting heart health and easing inflammation, that's quite a resume for one little herb.
It certainly is.
Now, if you're listening and thinking about maybe incorporating Bacopa into your wellness routine, you're going to want to know the practicality.
Absolutely crucial.
The big questions always are, what are the potential side effects? How much should you actually take to feel these benefits? And, with so many supplements out there, how do you even choose a good quality product? The market's crowded.
It is, and these are absolutely the right questions to ask. So in terms of safety, Bacopa is generally well tolerated, but some common side effects can include digestive upset things like nausea, stomach cramps, maybe increased bowel movements.
Okay. Anything to manage that?
Yeah, this often seems more pronounced if you take it on an empty stomach. So the usual advice is to take it with meals.
Got it.
Crucially, though, Bacopa can interact with certain medications. This is really important, particularly those affecting neurotransmitters like some antidepressants or blood pressure medications.
Okay, that's a big one.
It is. This isn't something to guess about. So it's vital, really vital, to consult a healthcare provider before starting supplementation, especially if you're taking any prescription drugs.
Right. Always check first.
Always. For dosage, a typical recommendation we see in the sources is around 300 to 450 milligrams per day. Okay. And the key thing to look for is products standardized to contain about 50% bacosides. Those are the active compounds doing most of the heavy lifting.
Bacosides. Okay, 50%.
Yep. And it's always a good idea to start with a lower dose, see how your body responds, and then gradually increase it if needed. Give your system time to adjust.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And how do you take it? Pills, powder?
You'll find Bacopa commonly available in capsules, powders, even some teas. Capsules are probably most common.
And when? Morning?
Yeah.
Night?
That seems to vary. Some users prefer taking it in the morning for that sustained cognitive support during the day. Others find evening use helpful for relaxation, stress reduction, maybe even sleep.
So, personal preference maybe.
It seems like it, yeah. Experimentation might be needed there. And selecting a quality supplement, this is paramount because, as you said, the market isn't always tightly regulated.
Right. How do you tell?
Always look for products that clearly state they are standardized for bacosides, that percentage we mentioned. Furthermore, seek out brands that do third-party testing for purity.
What does that mean, third-party testing?
It means an independent lab has checked the product to ensure it's free from contaminants, things like heavy metals or pesticides, and, importantly, that the dose on the label actually matches what's in the bottle.
Ah, okay. Good to know.
Certifications from reputable organizations can help, and just doing a bit of research into the brand's transparency and reputation is key. Look for quality indicators.
So do your homework on the brand.
Definitely. And while Bacopa is generally considered safe for long-term use based on current understanding, it is worth noting that more comprehensive, large-scale clinical studies are still needed, really, to fully validate all its long-term benefits and establish an absolutely robust safety profile across all kinds of different people.
Okay, still some research ongoing. That's incredibly helpful, though, especially the advice on dosage, quality checks, and talking to your doctor really empowers you to make an informed choice.
That's the goal.
So, given all these benefits and these considerations, how does Bacopa kind of stack up against other popular nootropics and adaptogens? Things our listeners might already know about, like ashwagandha maybe, or ginkgo biloba.
Yeah, good question.
Is Bacopa always the winner, or does it depend on what you're actually trying to achieve?
That's an excellent point, and it really highlights the nuance in using natural supplements. Bacopa truly holds a unique position because of those synergistic dual benefits, the cognitive enhancement and the stress reduction together.
Right, the two-in-one.
Exactly. While ashwagandha, for instance, is really renowned primarily for its potent stress relief, its anxiety-reducing properties, it's a fantastic adaptogen for that.
Very popular for stress.
Very popular. And ginkgo biloba is often chosen more for improving circulation and overall brain function, particularly memory and focus, and maybe older adults sometimes.
Okay.
Bacopa offers that more specific, direct focus on improving memory recall and cognitive processing speed while simultaneously building that resilience against stress.
So it's got that specific memory angle plus the stress buffer.
Precisely. So it's not necessarily about one being better overall, but more about aligning the supplement with your specific individual health goals.
Right. What problem are you trying to solve?
Exactly. If your main concern is memory and thinking clearly alongside managing daily stress, Bacopa is an exceptionally strong candidate. If it's primarily anxiety or generalized stress without a major cognitive focus, maybe ashwagandha is the first thought.
Different tools for different jobs.
You got it. Each supplement has its unique profile and strengths. And it's also important to caution again that combining Bacopa with other adaptogens or nootropics, you should do that carefully.
Yeah, probably best not to just mix everything.
Ideally, get some professional guidance just to avoid potential interactions or maybe over-amplifying effects. But yeah, the ongoing research truly continues to position Bacopa as an increasingly compelling natural solution for a more holistic approach to well-being.
Okay, let's unpack this then for one last time. This deep dive has really shown us that Bacopa, or Brahmi, is so much more than just, another ancient herb.
Definitely.
It carries this rich history, rooted deep in Ayurvedic medicine, but now it's being bolstered by this growing body of scientific support. Evidence for its remarkable ability to improve memory, sharpen attention, and significantly reduce stress.
Key takeaways there.
It clearly stands out as a potentially valuable natural addition to a holistic wellness routine, offering both that mental edge and a calmer foundation.
Well put.
But, as we've definitely discussed, understanding both the benefits and limitations, along with those practical points about safety, dosage, quality, that's absolutely crucial for using it effectively.
Couldn't agree more.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this truly fascinating deep dive into the world of Bacopa.
And maybe this raises an important question for you to consider as you finish listening. Beyond just boosting memory, how might Bacopa's adaptogenic ability, its power to build genuine resilience against stress, how might that fundamentally reshape our approach to navigating the daily challenges of modern life and maybe even our long-term mental well-being? It's something for you to perhaps mull over as you explore your own journey to holistic health.
Thanks for tuning in to the Scenario Podcast. Don't forget to visit scenario.com for more expert tips, articles, and supplements designed to support your mental health. If you enjoyed this episode, remember to subscribe and share it with a friend. Until next time, take care of yourself.